Left side's done. Turned out really well, and it really enhances the look of the helicopter. I did have some difficulty with these two bolts back here holding the Zimmerman muffler on. You have to have a lock nut on the back side of there, and originally I was attempting to do it with needle nose pliers, and you just could not hold the lock nut tight enough, and the lock nut kept falling, and I just don't have any wrenches that are, you know, small enough to do that. So I ran to O'Reilly's and I picked up these small vice grips. They had to be pretty narrow because it's pretty skinny inside there, because you have your electric generator on the back side of the muffler. And the great thing about these is once you lock them down, they're locked nice and tight, which holds the lock nut really well. You're able to get it back there and then turn the bolt and get the bolt in there with the lock nut on the back side nice and tight. Something I did was this piece inside here is black like this, and I had some extra ones, so I went ahead and painted it. Unfortunately, the paint came out a little darker than I liked. My first attempt on this one didn't work because the white paint I put down, Rust-Oleum white paint, is a high gloss paint, and even though I sanded it down to rough it up, the fluorescent green just didn't want to bond with the paint, and it was like all spider webbing in there with, you know, and it looked terrible. So instead of starting all over and try to sand this all down, I just went ahead and started over. I bought an actual bonding primer from Sherwin-Williams, and once I did this, the fluorescent green paint adhered a lot better, and once I was finished, I put clear coat on it to make it nice and shiny. So I still think this looks better than just, you know, plain black. And so tonight I'm going to go ahead and start on the right side frame. So I'll get this turned around. And I'll do it the same way as I did with that one. I'll get an extra frame. I'll lay that frame down, and with each bolt that I take out, I will lay it down in the extra frame. And then when it's time to go ahead and put the green frame on, literally all I will have to do is look at the frame that's laying here on the table on the workbench, and you know, take the screw out, the bolt for that one and next one, and just, you know, follow it, and it really makes it super easy. And you know, there's no chance of you making a mistake because you have the correct size bolt for that specific location. And I'm going to attempt to replace the belly plate. And the challenge with the belly plate is the pulley has to come off. So there's set screws inside of this pulley, and the last time I tried to remove one of these, granted it was off of a really old and a really rusty helicopter that had literally sat outside, so I think it had rusted to the shaft that it's attached to. So I'm hoping that if I can remove these set screws inside of there, that I could just pull this down. And in that case, there's not that many bolts. There's 4 right here. I'd have to detach the skids, detach the skids up front, drop the skids, and so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then with the bolts 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, there's basically 12 bolts that have to come out, plus the set screws on the pulley. And you know, if I can get this to pop down, hopefully the belly plate would actually be fairly straightforward to replace. So if I could do that, then this helicopter is going to look amazing. I mean, Airstar International, they typically, this is what I expect from Airstar International: bright fluorescent colors. My other Airstar Mongooses that I have are a fluorescent orange color, which that looks fantastic. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this and get this frame replaced, and then the spanner inside will, you know, go in there, positioned at about this angle right here. So I think that this helicopter is gonna just be totally transformed when I'm finally done. And I could go ahead and get the Genoa G290 engine put in, and I actually had it modified by B.H. Hansen. They do excellent work, and he actually put a larger crankshaft in here, so it's actually been upgraded to a Genoa 300 Max. So it's going to be a more powerful engine. Let's see, find my driver for these. It's the right size. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll show you the results once they get all these loose. I counted 22 bolts all together on the side frames, plus those 2 challenging ones that I have to get the lock nuts off for the Zimmerman muffler back here.